Hi folks, Paul Spica at Cali Sport. Wanted to offer some insights into Regal's production in their Bow Rider series, specifically the flagship LS36, which we've had a ton of success, really well-received boat. So I'd like to give you guys an inside look at the rigging process, production updates, and a lot of the Bow Rider availability and stern drives, which is surprising right now, and there's a number of reasons why, and I'd like to talk about it. So I want to give you guys a sneak peek to behind the scenes. This is the rigging process of the boat. When the boats ship, they're fully covered in shrink wrap, come off of the truck, we offload them, and then they come into one of our rigging technicians and puts the final touches on the boat. We're talking batteries, electronics setup, final assembly, and all that happens here at Cali Sport. The LS36 model in the last 10 months has taken off. It's been probably one of the most popular bow riders on the market. It really stacks up well. There's a lot of changes that have come out in that model since its introduction, including the change to digital switch, the option for Seakeeper, bigger power options, something that's surprising in our market. So everybody knows that production is constrained, supply chain's tough, outboards have been really hard to get. It's hard to produce an outboard boat right now. We're not the exception, okay? But one thing that was unintended with that, the stern drive boats have been able to ramp up production. So in our market where the stern drive is still king, that's been a bonus. We're getting these boats either on time, in fact, a couple of them a little bit ahead of schedule. So if you're concerned about ordering a boat and worried about the time frame and say, I'll wait, talk to us. You might be surprised at how available those are. And there's so many bonuses to having an inboard or stern drive boat. You gain that swim platform, you've got a nice open space back here. You don't have the engines on the outside, which is preferable for a lot of folks. And then you can have a drop-down swim platform, a lot of usable features that go with that model, which is why they continue to be popular here in the Midwest. So I'm here in the bilge of the LS36, and a couple things I wanted to point out to, and it goes to availability, usability, and some great features in this boat and a lot of others. First off, we use Volvo Penta for stern drives. We can service Mercury, we can order them, but I'm gonna tell you there's some more advantages to this engine than we can go through in the next couple minutes. But one of the biggest and tough to beat is the Easy Drain system from Volvo. You pull this pin, you push it, it drains the risers and it drains the heat exchanger. The rest of the engine is actually cooled by antifreeze, so you can extend that boating season. You know, late October, November, break it out in February, March. It gives you those good usable days. And that's one of the big arguments to outboard power. The other thing is these are readily available. They're all GM blocks. Over the years, people have become more accustomed to seeing Volvo because they've made serious inroads in the market. But honestly, one of the things that I always go back to is how mass-produced these blocks are, tried and true, and they're also available. So that's a huge advantage over the outboards that we're seeing right now. Both are good options and we can go either way with them. But another few points, you do keep that swim platform. You've got a nice open layout back here. These are highly reliable. They're really efficient. The docking is easier with a stern drive joystick control or IPS if you're thinking about that. This model specifically has more modern features than about any boat that I can name. And the reason I'm hitting on that, this is a long-term purchase. You know, this boat is not going to go out of fashion or style. We've seen more people move into large bow riders, the crossover market, whatever you'd like to call it, where you've got generators, systems, air conditioner, all that stuff to stay on the boat all day and be comfortable, but you don't dedicate 2/3 of it to the cabin. And this boat exemplifies that probably better than anything I've ever seen. Huge seating layout, all the creature comforts you want, giant head, plenty of bow space. You can go on and on about the boat. Now, if you are interested, we do have a demo down here at the marina, willing to take that at any time or show it, walk through some of the features. Would love if you guys stop by. Thank you.